Welcome to Sumaya English Primary School Class 6, and the subject is Geography, and the chapter is 7th chapter, and the name of the chapter is Rocks and Rock Types. So here we will see first of all what is rock. See, here's the some images is also given, different types of rocks we can see here. So first of all we will see what is the rocks. Rocks are found on the many land surfaces and also below it, because it is also a mixture of different minerals which is formed by the natural processes in the lithosphere. So the rock is made up of two or more minerals also. It is not only one type of minerals, it is mixture of the two or more minerals. And all rocks are made up of minerals only. All the different types of rocks which we will study here are made up of different types of minerals. Here we will see the three types of rocks, that is sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks and the igneous rocks. Here is the three types of rocks. Now we will see the images of the three types of rocks it is given here. So first we will go to the igneous rock, means igneous rocks is the sedimentary and the metamorphic. See the images is also given here how it looks like the. So first one is the igneous rocks. Igneous rocks which are formed by the magma. Magma means which is the melted part, that means the molten form of the earth's mantle layer, that is known as a magma, that is the molten material, melted material within the crust. Crust means below the earth, wherever we will see when the volcano is arised. These rocks can form above the ground. This igneous rocks always formed above the ground whenever the lava comes out of from the volcano, or they may form under the earth surface when magma cools. See how the igneous rocks are formed. It can be formed above the ground whenever the lava comes out from the volcano, or they may also form under the earth surface also whenever the magma cools down here. And these igneous rocks are broken down chemically and physically into many pieces of this rock, and it creates the sedimentary rocks. Whenever this igneous rocks is broken into pieces, small pieces, that is by the chemically also and by the physically also, then afterwards it create a sedimentary rock. Or else if these rocks undergo heat and pressure, they may turn into metamorphic rock, means one type of rocks is related, interconnected with the all the three rocks. First we have seen how the igneous rocks are formed by the molten form of the magma. Then afterwards this rocks is formed above the ground whenever the lava comes out, that is from the volcano. In this way the igneous rocks is there. Then afterwards by the igneous only the sedimentary rocks is also created. Then afterwards it turned into the metamorphic rock. Here is the example of the igneous rocks, that is the granite, which is a very common igneous rocks. This is one of the example which is formed under the earth surface. About 75% of the earth crust is about the granite only. So this granite is a common example and of the igneous rocks. So now next we will go to the sedimentary rocks. Now how the sedimentary rocks is formed? Due to the continuous variations, means continuous variations in the temperature, because of the temperature increases and decreases, these rocks develop cracks, because continuously the temperature is going on changes. Because of that changes, the rocks gets converted into the cracks, which is similarly, if we will talk about the water percolating also, through the water percolating also the rocks what happens, it dissolves in the soluble minerals. That means in this way, because of these two reasons, by these two reasons only the sedimentary rocks is formed. That is by the continuous changes in the temperature and by water percolating through the rocks dissolves the soluble minerals also. This leads to the weathering of rocks. These are the weathering of the rocks. Why it is said as the weathering of the rocks? Because of the temperature and the water. Then afterwards they get disintegrated, or disintegrated means the another word is also that is the decomposition, that is a decomposed. Then afterwards they used to decomposed and then they get reduced to the pieces. Then afterwards it goes into the many pieces. So these rock particles then afterwards get transmuted by the rivers, glaciers, wind, etc. Because it is not a very big rocks. Then afterwards what happens, it goes in the many pieces of the rock. These pieces of the rocks then transmuted, that means by flowing they used to go, that is by the rivers, glaciers. Glaciers means it is a moving of the ice, melting of the ice, that is known as a glacier, and by the wind also towards the low lying areas, and they are deposited there. One after the other, the layers of sediments get deposited in this way. In this way, one after one, one by one way, it makes a layer. So the upper layers gets the heavy pressure on the lower layers. So this leads to the compaction of the material, and then afterwards it develops into the sedimentary rocks. So in this way we can see how the sedimentary rocks has been developed. See, now the next one is the metamorphic rocks. Here is the image of the metamorphic rocks. Now we will see how it has been formed. The term metamorphic, which means to change the form. The another meaning of the metamorphic, that is the to change the form. Any rock is there, that is either the igneous, sedimentary or metamorphic, can become a metamorphic rock. Any rock is there that becomes a metamorphic. If any rocks which are buried deep in the earth at a very high temperature and it gives pressure is also there, then they form a new minerals and their texture is also new, all without melting. Without melting they are forming a new minerals and the texture. How? But by burying the rocks into deep in the earth with the high temperature and the pressure. With that things, the new minerals are formed without melting. If melting occurs, if any rocks is melted, then what happens? The magma is formed. Then afterwards this rock cycle used to continuously changes. And one more points we can see here, the volcano activity and the other earth movements constantly take place on the earth. Because of this constantly taking place on the earth, this metamorphic rocks is formed. The crystals in the original rocks also get recrystallized. That means because of the rock cycle means these cycles, we can give the examples of the water cycle also, which we have studied in the science subject. How it happens, it goes on, the cycling is going on. That's why the same way we will talk about here the rock cycle also. This cycle which we have seen in the previous point, this cycle used to go again and again. In this way the many minerals, many rocks are formed. Now next topic is the fossils. Now we will see what is the fossils. The buried animals, which we can see the dead animals, the remains of the dead animals or the plants that are buried, which become to the heavy pressure, at that time it get marked in the rocks. Here we will see some points of the fossil. Fossils are what is left of the living things from the past. From the past, if we will talk, many remains we can found of the living things, either it is animals or plants or human beings. Many things is there left of the living things which are buried under the earth. And fossils can be the prints of, here also I have told the example, it can be the prints of animals also, either the plants also. Some fossils are the part of the things that were once living, like the bones or the teeth. So they can also be the footprints, tracks, or the nest. So these are the fossils which we are seeing here. At that times the buried animals or the plants gets petrified, so that is known as the fossils. This study of the fossils which provides the information about the life in that period. Whenever we will examine these fossils, that means the remains of the dead animals, whenever we will investigate or we will try to get the information, we will get the exact period of the past things. So this was the fossils. I hope so all the points are clear. Thank you.